We are good to go racing then. That 5-second board is displayed to the drivers. The final race of the day. The lights go out, they blast away from the line. Good start by Jelly.
Yeah, it was Dan Lloyd making that charge down the inside to that. Oh, now we've got a big one. That's Dan Lloyd. That's Dan Lloyd mid-turn.
Oh. Safety car, safety car. Yeah, that was a massive one.
One of these. Yorkshire tea. So no, we started work on this realistically December last year. This will eventually be the kitchen, dumping ground for skirting boards and architraves and saws and stuff like this, and kitchen door samples and yeah, you name it. It's just become a bit of a dumping ground. So as I say, if it was full time, you'd probably have done 6 months, I reckon. You'd hope to have got it done in 6 months, but because we've obviously got all the other bits and pieces that are going on, it just drags on. So sofas are covered up, everything is covered up. Laura has the best seat in the house.
The only seat in the house.
The only place you can sit at the minute is in the windowsill, which is actually quite nice because it's quite a nice place because you get a bit of sun. The only complete room that we have in here is the bathroom, ironically. Despite no door, so if you do have to go for a wee or a poo here, it's very much a public viewing. I go in waves, I'm actually really enjoying it, and then we go in waves of saying, oh, we don't enjoy it at all. I suppose in some ways it's been quite a nice distraction to have something else to focus on as well. And it's been Laura and I with a bit of help from friends and family. We've completely stripped it back to bare brick and started again. So it's been a hell of a project. We've learned a lot along the way. I really enjoyed doing it as well. Picked up some cool skills, picked up some blisters, picked up some splinters, but it's actually been really good fun. So there used to be a wardrobe here, so that used to go into the other side of the bathroom, so it enclosed the bathroom in loads. So I knocked all this out. Dad came up and helped me do it actually, and took the wall out, and actually massively stressful because I'd never done anything before. I was 98% sure that if I took that wall down, the house wasn't going to fall down, but I wasn't completely certain. So when we took the last brick out, I sort of knocked it out and waited. Okay, the house doesn't fall down, so we're pretty good. Yeah, it's quite the opposite from, as you say, spraying champagne on the podium on a Sunday night to fitting skirting boards on a Monday morning, and then laying a patio and then painting walls and fitting glass and doing this and all sorts of other bits and pieces that we were getting involved in. So it's quite the contrast, but it's been, honestly, it's a good project. I've enjoyed doing it. I think in a weird kind of way I'll be disappointed when it's finished, but then I'll probably want to try and start another one then.
Well, it's Oulton Park time.
What's Oulton Park like? Oulton Park for me, over the years it's been pretty good.
It's never been my favourite circuit with results. I hold the lap record. Sick. I never knew that.
It's definitely one of the busiest laps I think we do during the whole year. I love that undulation and that up and down and blind crests and stuff like that.
Oulton Park is always for me like the start of summer because it's usually quite warm, it's usually quite sunny, and I'm usually sniffing and sneezing profusely with hay.
I think usually when I come here, I've had some good races, then I've got here and actually it's kind of not gone my way. Whereas at the moment it's not going my way, and I hope that I get here and it changes around and I have a great day. So that's what I'm pinning it on.
We were here obviously with the Ford Focus last year when I was driving for Motorspace, and coming here this time with the BMW, it's one of the BMW's favourite circuits. So I think we're gonna be all right.
It's our annual visit to Oulton Park as we head to the northwest of England for rounds 10, 11 and 12 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship.
So we're going to go out straight back in there, mate. Get as hot as you can.
Ingram it is, currently the fastest. has done the absolute best in the first sector. So there is Tom Ingram, and he's on a mission. You can see the way the car is bouncing around the road. This is one of Tom's fully committed laps. Dan Camish has just gone fourth on a 1:25.8. But Ingram is set to go even better than a 25.6. He breaks the beam now, and it's a 25.4.
And that is a new qualifying record, so well done, Tom. That car looked exciting, didn't it, on that lap?
Yeah, Steve, great job, mate. That's still P1 by 2.5 tenths.
Look, someone's on the grass. It's Jake Hill.
So he's brought a load of muck onto the racetrack. He's absolutely clogged up the front.
Careful, there is lots of in the front. Be careful of brake temps and engine temp. Be very careful. We need to box and clear. We'll have time to go again. Box and we'll clear the radiator. So don't jack it up, just clear it and send it, yeah?
So he's probably going to run out of time. Damn, he's cross with himself.
Someone ran him off.
Caught the tilt. Came straight out of the pit.
Right, okay. I didn't see that bit, but he was certainly effing and jeffing on the radio about it, so.
Oh, he had contact.
With Chilton.
Oh.
That was Tom Chilton.
Wow. Well, that could have been so much worse, couldn't it?
Tom Chilton was coming out of the pit lane. Tom Chilton was leaving the pits, and therefore as he came back onto the racetrack, here it is, Jake Hill suddenly finds himself having to dodge Chilton, and there was contact, and that put him off the road.
Yeah. So that was completely Chilton, did not see him.
Got to stay at that, no more.
9.
No.
100.
No. Park it.
Park it.
Park it
Park
without
it.
blocking the track. Park it without blocking the track. Park it without blocking the track, please.
100 degrees.
The visibility is not great from that point. There's a real blind spot, but Tom really shouldn't have moved over at that point.
Whereabouts on the track? You can't just creep
Where
back.
are you, mate? Where are you?
Check. Don't just clean it, check for damage as well.
Yeah. Car looks fine, so we'll get going again and just keep an eye on the temp. We've got 4 minutes, so we might be able to get going. While you're finding yourself a gap, try and keep it in clean air if you can, mate. We will get another lap after this one.
And a second red flag. And that's the reason. It's Aidan Moffat down at Island Bend. So Aidan Moffat, with under a minute, has brought out the red flag.
Oh, Copy that, mate, copy that.
You won't reset that again,
When everything's going well, when the car's quick, when you're getting results, when everyone's happy, it's a fantastic place to be. When it's the other end of the spectrum where either you've gone off through no fault of your own, or even if it is a driver fault or if it's a car failure or anything like that, then the key thing is then picking your driver up, picking your crew up, and most importantly, picking yourself up.
Session will not be restarted. Is confirmed on the screen. Tom Ingram fastest by 0.186 of a second. That's a great bounce back after Thruxton, going from the championship lead down to fourth.
End of session. End of session. End of session. Red flag. End of session. That's P1. Good job, mate. Great job. Awesome result. Yeah, I think it's our first pole for the team, first pole for Hyundai. So made up with that by a little way as well, nearly 2 tenths. So.
Tom's come and stood outside our garage to apologise, mate, so let's just keep it nice and calm and sensible. Yeah, we'll go up the bus, but let's keep it sensible with Tom. He's stood here waiting to apologise.
Don't worry about it. All done and dusted. Put it behind you.
So slow. Where's our teammates?
Collins P10 was not like well in top 5 or anything.
Nothing in it.
5 places behind him. Terrible.
He's not your problem.
No, I know.
Don't worry about that. All right?
We've got to do our own thing tomorrow, mate.
Yeah.
Ingram got pole.
Yeah. I must admit, they are
flying.
They're on the money.
But they haven't been the last few. They've struggled the last few. It started well, and had a dip, and
Only saw a bit on the screen, but it's quite obvious what it is.
Yeah. I mean,
Once he got to the end of the white line, he just turned stage left.
you need to go and get him some bigger glasses.
I'm getting Sean to.
yeah, I did. Thank you, mate.
Yeah,
Cheers, buddy.
I still think it should, I appreciate the apology, but
Yeah, no, it still needs something doing about it for sure.
it's not.
You've got to keep in constant. We're not rapid, but we're not slow. We'd have put it together. We'd have got a second run at it.
It's the hardest lap I've ever had to put together in my life. That's like West qualifying for a while, isn't it? I don't like being off the front row.
No.
It sucks.
I would have taken row 2 though.
How the worm has turned. 15th used to be good.
If you work on a good race car, which the BMW certainly is, it's an easier car to engineer. So when it's not quite in the window, you work hard, but equally that's fun. So when you go from a place where you're struggling with car setup, and then by the time qualifying or race 1 rolls around and you've got it right, it's a rewarding thing. But I'd say it's the more psychological side of keeping yourself and everyone in the right position mentally. That's, I think, is the hardest part of the job.
Right. From pole then, mate.
From pole.
I think it's a good place to be. It's at least round here it's going to be tight to overtake. Whatever goes on, it's going to be difficult to get past. But it's going to be that first lap that I think is going to be difficult.
First corner in particular.
Yeah.
First couple.
Yeah.
So
it's just that hairpin. Getting the run down to the hairpin, because you only need somebody to have locked up further back. And it's chaos, but I think we're quick enough.
Yeah, I do. So what's the plan for turn 1?
I think, well, it's going to be dictated by the start. I think if I've got a good launch, I've got to stick to a racing line.
Get a gap.
Yeah. I think there'll be a safety car, but there wasn't one, for a while last year. So I just can't. My plan is to try and get away. I think we're quick enough. We were nearly 2 tenths in quali spec. So if we can just get away and get gone and get a gap.
Yeah, lovely. So on that theory, with deployment,
yeah,
instead of leaving it all till the end, we could use a couple of laps early on to try and get ourselves a gap and a nice a buffer.
I think that would be good. Yeah,
especially when the tyres are fresh. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly that, because that's potentially when we're going to get a bigger effect. It'd be worth just having a little note. You'll have it on there already, but just in terms of what deployment everyone else has around us. Obviously, Butcher's going to be fairly punchy with it.
A lot more, yeah.
Yeah, but just at least so we've got something in knowledge of what's going on. You don't get a proper sign of deployment, do you, on TSL?
No, it's just on the ITV. ITV coverage whenever they decide to show it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad shout, to be honest, mate. Try and utilise it early to try and get a gap.
At least a couple of laps. Just get a buffer and then...
we still should have what have we got, 8 laps, have we, or 7 laps I think we've got? It's still not a bad amount to have. So, yeah, I think that first corner is going to be important. I think that's where Roy will try and launch his attack. So I watched it in the week. That's where he was always trying to be quite strong on the first lap, was into the hairpin. Just got to be aware of that.
Okay, there's obviously a BM behind him as well, so
that's what I'm hoping.
Get the jump on the BM with a rocket start.
I'm almost hoping that that Adam can get in the mix of that. Because if Adam ends up in the mix, then we should hopefully just be able to get away. He's going to be quick for that first, at least off the line, and then hopefully that causes enough chaos that we can escape. We shall see.
Brilliant, that's the plan.
There we go. Nail it.
This is round 10 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. It is race 1 of the day. It is Oulton Park as the lights go red. The lights will go out to release the cars now. It is blast off, and we'll see who makes the best start with Adam Morgan's BMW, the first rear-wheel drive car on the grid, making a good start. Butcher comes up to the outside of Ingram on the run to Old Hall Corner. Tom Ingram's Hyundai on the inside. Rory Butcher tries the outside line, but he can't find a way through.
But Ingram has done the main part of the work. He needs to defend into the island hairpin on this lap 1. You see the cars queuing up down the outside.
Learning to do this weekend, and that is musician Rick Parfitt having a wild old ride there. 24, the black BMW on the outside line there against Sam Osborne. They try to go side by side through his locks, and it's there Sam Osborne that gets roughed up and put onto the grass.
Race. You saw how many... Oh, that's Ash Hand.
Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit on the water temp side, but the thing is so slow in a straight line now due to the damage. Everyone seems to be attacking me. I mean, to be honest, they're all driving like idiots.
There is the race leader, Tom Ingram, with Rory Butcher not being able to go with him. Again, he's having to go defensive against Dan Lloyd.
3 rear-wheel drive cars all together, look. And they need to give each other room. There's contact there. Butcher gives him some room, but are there still yellow flags down at the hairpin?
Through he goes. Ash Sutton commits to the move. He's gone through. The yellows are in, so that's legit.
Gap to Sutton is now 3 seconds.
Tom Ingram has done an outstanding job, and he's on target for his first Oulton Park win since 2013. He is going for his 21st win, that is, within the British Touring Car Championship. It's a win for Tom Ingram at Oulton Park as he crosses the line to win round 10 of the championship.
Great job, he made it look easy.
Well done, guys. Fantastic.
Well done, Spenny.
Brilliant. Did it well, you just kept the gap.
Absolutely
brilliant, isn't it? Right, we'll see it part for May, darling.
Your second win of the year, Tom Ingram.
To start the weekend with being strong in P1, P2, and then going to qualifying, get a pole. It's just been fantastic. It really, really has been a great weekend. Cars just felt so hooked up. I've not had any complaints at all. If we can carry on like this for the rest of the year, I'll be well happy.
Just finished race 1. Jake got a bit of damage first lap. He's crumpled the bonnet and sort of affected our cooling system. So managed to finish the race in 13th, so we still get a couple of points. But now we've got a really short turnaround before the next race, and we've got a bit of work on. So yeah, best get to it.
We turned up with a good car Saturday, made it better for free practice than for quali, obviously, the big step, and then we've left it alone, really.
Just really haven't had any luck this weekend with, red flags and get taken out in quali. And
we are good to go racing then. That 5-second board is displayed to the drivers. The final race of the day for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship about to get underway. Lights are red, the lights go out, they blast away from the line. Good start by Jelly. Hill gets run out wide, so does Cook, and Jake Hill loses more places, forced wide into Old Hall corner.
Just forced Josh Cook wide, he nearly went off. There's lots of locking up. Jake Hill's gone straight on. Oh, a potential race winner. Cold tyres, he manages to get the car turned back on, but cold tyres into that. Oh, now we've got a big call. That's Dan Lloyd. That's Dan Lloyd been turned.
And that's Colin Turkington that's arrived on the scene as well. This is going to be an interruption for sure. It could well be a red flag. Others have gone off in avoidance.
That's going to be a red. Yeah, that was a massive one. It's probably going to be red flag because there's cars everywhere, but continue. What are the temps like?
Ton of grass in the front.
Yeah, we're going to have to pit, mate. We're going to have to pit. I thought they'd get back to us. Pit this time. We'll clear it out and go again. Stop at 45, but not all the way into the garage, so we don't have to push it back.
Joint championship leader Ingram in the pits and a brake fire as well. So this is bad news for Ingram.
And Thompson has beaten him out of the pit lane. They just had to remove that banner, but they're going to be at the back of the field because everyone else has gone through.
Safety car in this lap.
Safety cars coming in at the end of this lap.
Back out around the circuit, we'll go racing once more. We're back racing, 18 laps now is the journey. That's 5 in the book as they go down towards Old Hall corner.
Okay then mate, I'll leave it with you, but obviously there's a point for fastest lap or a point for 15th. So you've got to do 11 places to get to 15th.
This is Jake Hill, who's gained already 5 places, and another one beckons as he gets past Rick Parfitt. So he's into 18th place now, coming down towards his lots. And Jake Hill gets right into the back of him, saying, come on, hurry up!
The two championship guys, Sutton and Ingram, have just been following each other through because there's a few more places for them both here. He might be able to slot back in between them, between Jackson and Hill. No, Hill's got all the way around the outside. They're now all on the grass. Sutton's up behind him.
To the inside against Dexter Patterson. He's on the inside line. Jake Hill has done it. The checkered flag is at the ready. Out of Dearly, the checkered flag is ready. Stephen Jelly wins at Oulton Park ahead of Aidan Moffat.
The rest of the field stream through. There goes Sutton and Ingram coming through in 16th and 17th and out of the points without a fastest lap either. They don't get any points at all from this third race.
Yeah, hard luck, mate. Hard luck. We didn't want the Prince League going into Crofts anyway. No, I think that's a win in itself, mate. We could have T-boned him and whacked you both out then. Parc Fermé is just before the pit lane on the right-hand side. That was a tough one. We took to the grass again to avoid a car in front of us, so it's either T-bone someone and wipe us both out or take to the grass and try and avoid him, so that's what we did. Filled the radiator with the grass again and then had to pit to get rid of it. Then we were held out with a safety car. If it was red flag, we could have cleared the grass and restarted as we were in the original grid positions.
Oulton Park for me historically had been a bit of a rubbish circuit. I'd never really had the rub there. I'd always had either a bit of bad luck or caught up in incidents or caught up in a bit of drama. And it was just a fantastic weekend. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for any more. We started so well we rolled the car out for the shakedown on Friday afternoon, and Jesus, the car felt phenomenal. Honestly, I've never felt it before, where I've got into a car and within 2 laps, it was like, whoa, this is spectacular. Like, I can't ask for anything more from this. So to get that out of the way and be like, yeah, that was mega. Pole, 2 wins. That felt such a weight that had been lifted off of me. That then just sort of enabled us to concentrate on the back end of the year, really, that we could then focus on getting this drama out the way of the Oulton Park weekend and eyes down, focus on the rest of the year.